Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is July 22nd, 2025, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. And we can't help but start with everyone who is buying. We'll start with Strategy, which bought 6,220 Bitcoin for $739.8 million and now owns 607,870 Bitcoin. And will it stop there? Apparently not, because Mr. Saylor has come up with another trick to make money. Specifically, Strategy has introduced us to a new product, which will be relaunched with an initial public offering of shares called Stretch and will use the proceeds to buy BTC. Strategy told us that it plans to sell 5 million shares for $100 each and raise $500 million to buy more BTC. From Strategy, we'll go to Trump Media, which is one of Mr. Trump, who we learn holds $2 billion in BTC and BTC in bonds, according to the Treasury Department. Moving on to our company, we go to BitOrigin, which we knew from previous episodes of Crypto News that it wants to buy Dogecoin and has raised $500 million to do so, and it's slowly buying Dogecoin. Now we learned that it only bought $10 million and has $490 million left to continue buying. Moving on to DeFi Development, who we know from previous episodes of Crypto News that it wants to buy Solana and raise $19 million through its equity line of credit and bought 141,383 SOL and has raised 999,999 SOL. And for the last company buying today, we go to Sequans, which bought Bitcoin for $150 million, bought 1,264 BTC, and managed to double its BTC holdings with that purchase. It now owns 2,317 BTC. And from those buying, we go to a company selling. We learned that Ms. Cathie Wood of ARK Invest sold $90 million worth of Coinbase shares, sold Robinhood and Block shares, and sold $8.7 million worth of Bitcoin ETFs, literally selling all-time highs for Cathie Wood at this time. Moving on to our companies, we go to BitGo, which is a digital asset services and custody company. It's another company that has filed with the US Securities and Exchange Commission to become a public company and go public. So another company to watch in the future. Moving on to our coins, we move on to Ethereum, where we learn that the Fusaka upgrade is scheduled for November. We agree with the latest developments and can't wait to see it in action. From the Ethereum ecosystem, we move on to Aave, one of the largest DeFi platforms in the cryptocurrency market, where a community vote passed with 99.8% positive votes. This vote states that Aave should have a version on INK, which is an Ethereum Layer 2 developed by Kraken. So based on this vote, we're definitely going to see an Aave release on INK, very positive news of course, for Kraken's Layer 2, which will host one of the largest DeFi platforms. And for the last news of the day, let's go to something that probably no one, especially Varavas, expected to happen in their lifetime. Let's start by saying that Varavas, a Cardano representative from Greece, basically announced something that caught the attention of the Cardano network. That is, a Cardano whale is complaining about the ecosystem. In short, he says that he will never support any proposal that IOG, the main company that builds Cardano, makes. And the reason for this whale is that, as he claims, IOG hasn't offered anything to the network in years and is just asking for a lot of money without doing anything. And as he posted, what Varavas said was picked up by Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano himself, who, based on Varavas' tweet, went out and made a 15-minute video. To save you time, he basically said that the IOG has offered a lot, which has been sorted out over time. We've seen it all on Crypto News, and he ended by saying that since the network is now decentralized, the public and those who hold ADA will have to decide who they want to represent the community, because we want leaders who think about the good of the network and how they can advance it, not just complain and say no. That's not the best way to go. I said it, of course, in very simple terms. The video will be in the description for you to see for yourself. And now it's time to go to our favorite cryptocurrency market, with the price at $116,000. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, is July 22nd, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.